everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming in. Tonight we have Oleg Petrasiuk, who actually is in Ukraine, and we had a little bit of communications issues there, but we settled it up. We have our fabulous tech guy Jay and Oleg. We figured everything out. So he's on with us live in the middle of the night in Ukraine, and I want to thank our sponsors, Photo Shelter, Epson, Pro Photo Daily, and American Photography for being there with us. And this will mark our fourth presentation of the week, which brings us to 75 plus presenters covering the conflict in Ukraine. And with that, Oleg, it's all yours.
I maybe first introduce myself. My name is Oleg Petrasiuk, and I'm a photographer of. Now I'm a serviceman more than a journalist. So before 2024, I was a photographer for EPA agency, staff photographer in Kiev, and then I joined the Ukrainian army. I was recruited to the army, and now I'm the serviceman doing the job of press officer of 24th Mechanized Brigade. So as a part of my job, I am also covering what is going on around, and sometimes escorting journalists on position or close to front line.
So you're doing both, Oleg. You're being a soldier and the photographer at the same time.
Yes, you're right. You're
Okay.
right. And I shared a three series of pictures
Okay.
from my last 3 months.
Okay.
One of them is very rare because
Wow.
due to modern conditions of war, the possibility to visit infantry is very rare. The second series is about frontline town Konstantinivka, which is very close to the front line where my brigade is holding position. And I spent a lot of time there during the last 4 months, mostly escorting journalists because there are not too much possibilities to visit this place with volunteers or police or any kind of, as I can say, infrastructure of war. And
Yeah. And when you want to advance the next slide, just say advance or go to the next slide.
yeah, let's go to the slide. I
Okay.
think I see that they are mixed, and yeah, this is slides from Konstantinivka. This one was made from the drone. Uh, it is a southern part of the town, which is completely destroyed, and I visited several times during the last 3 weeks, last 3 months. And during one of them, I took a drone and did several shots. It was a foggy day. It was very challenging thing to make pictures with a drone foggy day because your camera is sweating and the visibility is very low. And this is one of the reasons why we reached this place, because modern conditions of war, you are constantly under drone danger.
Right.
And when it is foggy day, you can feel much safer.
We heard that the other night. Also, photographers telling you that when it is foggy, it's safer to be out there because they can't see you, right?
Yeah, and the other hand, it is good for picture. So next slide. It is one of five churches in Constantinople. It was damaged by Russian airstrike, and it is also made by drone. It is
And
my brother in arms. He was staying and looking on
and
the bell
um
tower.
and do you have to get approval from the army, being that you're with the embedded with the army, on any photographs you take before you send them out?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Next slide.
Next slide, yeah. Okay.
It's
Mhm.
mosaic, old Soviet time mosaic from Constantinople. I made a small series of these mosaic murals in Constantinople. This one is describing the scene, as a lot of others. They are describing the scene of space, space science, and uh, it was the factory which produced glass for the space shuttles.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
And this factory was one of the biggest in the city, and these thematics of exploring the space, they are pictured on the walls in mosaics, and it is very symbolic for me. It was very symbolic for me to make a series because, from my point of view, despite that fact it is connected to the Soviet period, they are very beautiful, beautiful mosaics. Beautiful mosaics about something modern, something which is describing our future, and it is connected with very disgusting thing which we call war. And soon this series will be published in one of local medias, and this picture is one of them of this series. So next slide.
Mm.
So okay, all they are mixed. It is the first slide of series when I visited also Constantinople in this autumn. It was work with one of our units. Those guys were installing nets. It was a net from like a garden, and now it is using like protection from drones, and they were installing it above the roads to protect the sudden attack of the drone. And it was made in very, very dangerous places, very close to front line. And we entered this place very early in the morning and was working with them. And this is the first picture of the series. So we are entering the city. Next slide.
And Oleg, how many soldiers are you traveling with?
A lot, a lot.
A lot.
I'm
Okay.
I'm operating with brigade level, so it's tactical level.
Okay.
But I'm working as a serviceman for 2 years, and during this time, mostly I spend with my brigade a small part of Torez campaign, and then we moved to Chasiv Yar, which was on that time very very hard place, and everyone predicted maybe 2 3 months and it will be fallen. But it is partially ours until today. So a year and a half, our brigade is standing on very small part of the front line,
Yeah.
and everyone who is following the news about war, maybe they should know this. And it is not there are not too much places on the map which are more or less stable. So this is one of them, and maybe I think maybe it is one of the most pictured military campaigns in this war.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, next slide. It is just a story about this installing nets. This is a part of the road without nets, and man is he's
So at any given time, there could be 10, 20 drones in the sky. Is that something that's normal, Oleg?
I guess yes. No, it depends on what we are calling the sky,
Okay.
which part of the sky. So uh, constantly drones are above the front line. Um every minute, and as closer to the enemy as more drones. So as much as you're closer to the enemy, to the front line, to the zero line, to the infantry positions, um, there are more and more and more drones which are doing reconnaissance work and doing strike work. There are different types of drones, which is massive type is FPV drones. It is mostly using for the strike. FPV drone is carrying ammunition, and the second type drone, which is more using for reconnaissance, it's something like DJI Mavic. This drone is looking for the target, and then the pilot of this drone he gives information about target, and there are the pilots who are operating FPV drones. They're trying to find and hit this target.
Right.
So it is very new picture of war, and when you are visiting these drone positions, everything is going very from photographic view is very boring, maybe without any kind of way which we used to speak with our readers, which readers can accept. So it is very hard to picture take a picture of modern war because mostly this is a pilot who is operating
Right.
the controller, and this is like our modern reality of war. Less and less we can see something like on these pictures. Next slide. And more we can see guys with controllers. So
Yeah. Next. Mhm. Next slide, Jay.
yeah.
So, do you think of yourself first as a soldier or first as a photojournalist?
Well, now I'm a soldier,
Okay.
so there is no point to discuss it because since I joined the army, I'm not a journalist anymore, and I think it is not finish of my career as a photojournalist. It's a small pause,
Right.
and we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Go, Jay.
Next slide. Next slide.
So what are we doing? What are we setting up here?
It is just one way to pay attention on war. It is very hard to pay attention with your pictures because everyone is not very interested in what is going on here, and uh, the interest to Ukrainian war is not as big as in 2022, 2023, which is pretty natural. And one of way to have attention of the audience is to make something very properly. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do here, just to fix on my camera and to describe what is going around with very high quality and very properly. And what we are looking on, it is very rare possibility to show the combat work
Right.
in modern way. Next slide. We can do it faster because I think there are too much. I
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah,
I send more than I should be,
yeah,
and
yeah. He'll be quick.
just do it faster, yes, and
Okay.
you'll be okay.
And if there's something that you'd like to share with us, you tell him to stop.
Yes, sure. I will comment
Okay.
on some.
Okay. Good. And how far are we from the front lines on the from
Those pictures on that moment was taken on 5 kilometers.
okay. Yeah. So these nets are there to capture the drones or to stop the drones from landing?
Yes, to intercept the
Right.
drones from strike.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if you are driving a vehicle through the streets, drone can chasing you, and these nets, they are the idea of this nest is to intercept the drones. It
Right.
works until some time it works, and then they were destroyed by shells. But anyway, they made their job.
Right. And when you're setting up something like this, is this that you're going to stay here for a week, 2 weeks, or how long is that for?
No,
Usually
this one is 1 day trip.
1 day.
But
Wow.
anyway, I'm living in area which is very close to front line, so we are visiting military positions twice a week. If we are talking about 1 day visit, twice or 3 times, it depends.
Wow. That's a lot of work for 1 day.
One morning,
Yeah.
mostly those pictures they were taken during one morning.
Wow. And these soldiers have all the supplies they need, all the ladders and everything to quickly put something like this together.
Yeah, they quickly install them. and leave the area.
Right. That's it.
Sometimes they are shooting the drones which are flying above them. You can see on this picture a cage
Right.
which was installed to protect from the drones. Here it begins series from Konstantinivka.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's too much pictures here, so do it quickly.
Right.
Those pictures they were taken during the. This one is from the infantry.
Okay.
So
Slow down a little bit, Jay.
yeah, this series which you are following, it's very rare thing for modern photographer because it is very hard to visit infantry positions, and it was one of most hardest my to say assignments if you are speaking photographer's language. If you
Yeah.
are speaking uh, military language, I should say it is mission.
What is this? What? Oh, that's the
This is
drone.
a FPV drone, yes, which was fell down. It was downed by the rifle or jammed. I don't know. And on previous pictures, it was fiber optic from the drones.
Mm.
Fiber optic is everywhere.
Yeah. And do you have a sense if a drone comes and from the enemy and it doesn't go off, is there a lot of information on that drone that's important to you guys?
No.
No. Okay.
So somehow here, I think I'm sharing the job of combat camera officer
Mm.
and the press officer.
Okay.
It is the bodies of civilian people who were killed in outskirts of Konstantinivka.
Mm.
This drone, I shoot it. I shoot it down.
Oh yeah.
This is how does it looks like life in dugouts. Sometimes people spend there for several months. It's like long rotation, and here you can see uh, a man who is moving through the field, which was covered from fiber optic.
Mm. And how do we know in like these areas that there isn't landmines?
Uh, just just look down
Yeah,
because they are.
they are. And do you ever, during this whole journey, do you ever get a break to go home, wherever home might be?
Very rare.
Very rare. A little friend.
Yeah.
And these places are places that exist, and you stop there on the journey. These underground little tunnels and places to sleep. You just know that they're there and you come upon them. How does that work?
Mm. Yeah, it took me several days. This mission was several days,
Okay.
and I slept with our guys. Was sharing food and drink and the space.
And there seems to be a range of the ages of the soldiers. Young people like you and then some older folks. Is that something that's common?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
There are some younger people and some older people, so everything mixed.
Yeah. Okay. So these are prisoners?
Yes, it is journalists' luck. On nearby position uh, to Russian soldiers, they surrendered, and later they were taken to our position. And later I was like convoying them to more safe place.
That must be a scary moment for those Russian soldiers. Hmm?
Well, it was not. It was not. First few minutes they were very scared and they did not know what to do. And then they realized that everything will be okay, more likely with them.
Yeah,
We gave them food, drinks, and time to sleep. So they very fast they realized that they are in good conditions. So
yeah.
everything is going to be okay with them. Now you are looking through pictures of Konstantinivka. This one is also with this series from mosaics. For now, this town is around 2-3 kilometers from the front line,
Mm,
and it is very distracted.
yeah,
Very, the level of distraction is very high, and every time when you're visiting this place, you can follow next slides.
yeah. So on this slide, we see the astronaut again. Is that the building from the other side?
Yes, yes. Then as a building, there are 4 or 5 buildings,
Ah,
5-floor apartment blocks with these mosaic big murals.
okay.
And it is one of them.
Right. Okay. You can go, Jay. Unless that was last. Is
Right,
that the
that's the
last
last
slide?
slide.
That's your last slide, Oleg.
Okay, 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 okay. so not everything was uploaded. But anyway, we,
No, this is yeah, it's very interesting to be, you know, do you feel yourself like more as a journalist or more as a soldier? I know that you're a soldier now. But as you look at these photographs, um, where do you put yourself as you look at them as a journalist? Do you think of a book? Do you think of trying to get this information out to publications?
well, it is a situation when I'm doing both jobs.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to share what I can share, what I see. I just trying to show this to the
Mhm.
audience. But from another point of view, I'm a part of this story, so I could not say that I'm pure journalist here. It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not not fair. Will be not fair to the other guys who are doing job without any involvement in the process.
Right.
So I'm very engaged in this war because of because of it's my country, and everyone should do it in my place. So it is no need to antagonize these things.
And Oleg, what do you do to keep yourself? Because you're seeing a lot of bad things, a lot of hard things to look at. What do you do to keep yourself steady? So that you're, you know, clear of mind. You're a young man. How old are you?
I'm 34.
34. Okay.
34. I don't know. I'm just talking to people, drinking coffee with them. We are sharing our problems. Um, and that's all. Sometimes I'm going to the shooting range and I'm relaxed, just training. So
Yeah. And are you married? Do you have kids?
yeah, I have 2 kids
Beautiful.
and a wife.
Mm. And are you able to communicate back with your wife at some time during a, you know, a month or so? Like how long does it go before you speak to your wife?
Uh, well, very hard question because it is not too often. So
Yeah, it's you know what it is. It's interesting, you know, to see such a young person going through war, um, and then when you smile, you look like a child. Yeah, I mean, and you know, your images are so powerful. It's like two different worlds happening.
good to know it. Good to know it that I'm not losing myself.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
that's
I remember then this phrase which I spoke maybe something around 10 years ago, and we were discussing with my friends in newspaper. We were working with in newspaper at the time, and we were talking about that in every one of us is a small child living inside, and
mm,
this small child is getting old, and you can change your life very crucial way and kill this child, and until you're done doing it, you're still alive. So
yeah,
yes, you admitted it, and it's very good.
yeah.
Well, conditions are not very good. Of course, conditions are pretty hard, but anyway, it is the same condition as 2022. Nothing changed for us, so we are
Yeah.
still on this, and the idea is to finish this work and well, come back to your normal life, come back to your journalism, come back to shooting sports, cultural events, and I believe that it will be a time when I will come back to this. So
Well, that is a perfect way to end that presentation. That we only, I mean, all of us are hoping and praying that it comes back to watching football games and going to the theater and you being a photojournalist again, only covering the new wheat growing up from the beautiful fields of Ukraine.
maybe I will go to cover another war. So nobody knows.
Nobody knows. This is true.
I have a lot of experience here, and it was it would be very unwise to lose this experience. So if you have the experience of surviving in combat action, so maybe it should be useful for everyone, and
Okay, beautiful.
maybe in future I will have assignments on in other conflicts or not conflicts situations, events which are under high risk. So it is acceptable for me now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you certainly have earned, through your experience, you've earned everything um, that, comes with a wartime photojournalist, documenting everything that you do. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being up really in the middle of the night to do this. So I really do appreciate that very, very much. And as I tell all of your colleagues, anytime you have new work and you want to show new work, you just have to reach out and we will have you on. And you should know probably by the middle of next week, this will be up on YouTube. So I will send you the link. So if you want to share that with your family and friends and colleagues, certainly that would that would be great. So that they get to see you smile. Right? I mean, I'm sure whenever they see you smile, that it makes your parents happy and your wife happy and your children happy. And that's really important too, right? I mean, everyone is suffering a different way.
Mm.
Right?
I think no, it is not time to suffer. So I'm not
Yeah.
suffering.
Yeah, good. It's yeah, your spirit is uh is a beautiful thing to see. It really is. So I thank you very much. I tell you now to go to sleep,
Yeah, it
and
was a long day. Sorry
I'm
about
sure,
it. And
I'm
to say
sure.
honestly, I a little bit overslept. So,
Yeah, I'm sure, and the days ahead will be long as well. So, all of us, I'm sure, we send our prayers and best wishes to you, to your family, your fellow soldiers, your journalist friends, and please, keep us informed on how you're doing, and we pray for you, and we pray for all the Ukrainians to hopefully bring this all to an end sooner rather than later.
thank you.
So, thank you, and like I say, good night. Go to sleep.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And I was following your project since Zhenya, my friend, sent me the link, and I saw a couple of videos, and it was a great idea to uh, share some pictures with you tonight. So thank you for
Yeah,
attention.
and we really do appreciate it. So thank you, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah, have a nice evening.
Okay. Be careful. Okay. Good night. Yeah.
Good night.
All right. Yeah. Let's see him check out. All right, that was 8:41. Okay. Uh, great. That's quite a young man there. Um, yeah. So. Uh, for us, that's I think we've had now probably 80 presenters who've come on and showed us, the different sides of this really horrible, horrible war, as they all are. So I can't thank them enough. And like I said, all the presentations that we did this week should be up on YouTube by the middle or end of next week. Um, and I can't thank everyone enough for coming in and always being there and just lending your support. So I really appreciate it. And we we have other programs set up for February and on and on and on. You can see the calendar on our projections site, which is projectionsnyc.com. And I thank you all for being here. And if you want to open it up with any questions or comments, we can certainly do that for a moment or so. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Um, and Oleg is still there. I guess he doesn't know how to shut off his phone. So that's
I'm listening.
um and that thing, I don't know if it was Obama or somebody said, I'd love to have a beer with that guy. I really would love to have a beer with that guy. Seems like a really, really nice young man. Um, so if anyone has any comments or questions, you know, if not, I'll tell everyone good night. I know here, Oleg, on the northeast of the states, a big storm is coming. Um, of 8, 10, 12 inches of snow, they say. I mean, I'm sure for you that's not a big deal, but for us, for people on the northeast coast, it is a big deal. So we're waiting for a big storm to come. And again, I thank you all for being here. So,
Frank,
yes,
you really have shown, other than mainstream media that only shows the carnage, you've really shown another part of Ukraine, another part of the war, like almost like a 360. Even with Olena's presentation today, they live normal lives. And even with Mr. Mark Edward Harris, um, you know, and it's good to see because it gives you some humanity. It gives them humanity, but it gives us humanity to see that and to know that yes, there's carnage, there's war, people are dying, but they go on and
you
they
have
try
to.
to live their life.
Yeah, no, that's it's true, and when you really take a couple of steps back, you say, what else can you do, right? You have to go on. Like you otherwise, that's why I'm always asking the photographers, what they do for their own sanity. When they
Right.
come back from a war, from 3 weeks in the trenches and no showers and on and on and on. What is that like to, 12, 14 hours later, you're walking on a street in Berlin or in Paris or in New York City or in Vermont. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, that mental stress. And there's so many other human interest stories to get on as well, which I'm trying desperately. I'm really trying to find somebody who's documenting the how Putin is taking so many of the young children and reprogramming them. I want some of those types of stories as well. So yeah, we're always looking for something new and different, but it's more about not letting it go,
Not
right? Because
letting
if
it
we
go. Yeah.
right, if you let it go, then no one's paying attention, and if no one's paying attention, that's not good. And then apathy is really bad. So yeah, yeah, you have to see it all, and like I see, you see a young man like that. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard. Um,
Frank,
so
Can I respond?
what's that, Olga?
Yeah, can I respond? Like for us mostly it's a daily job. because you need constantly you need to remain that something is going on. If it is something is going on the news, it is going on in real, and it is touching your audience. We know that there are 15 ongoing conflicts around the world, but
Right.
nobody can name all 15 without Googling them. And I just know mine and some conflicts which are in online news. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to keep an attention with daily and very routine work. And sometimes we are asked by small smaller unit commanders, why are you coming back? You have done it before. You have done those pictures before. For example, if it is mortar crew, uh, we done these pictures a few months ago, and I will come back to do the pictures of the same mortar crew, but in another place, but with another people in different conditions, because I want to do this job day by day to show this is still going on. On that moment when you are silent, you're bored, and everything which is surrounding you, it is not real for your audience. And I wish nobody have doubts that that is still going on, and it is one of parts of my motivation doing doing the job. So if
Yeah. No,
I think partially I answered your question.
yes. No, you did. I mean, that's silence, being silent is something that is really it's not we can't be silent. You know, pick the issue. And if you're silent, then people who want to do bad things can continue doing bad things, and that's not good. That's just not good. Um, yeah, so uh, does anyone else have a comment?
Just to Oleg, my was nie zabувajmy, was pamiętajmy, слава Україні.
Дякую.
There you go.
And Frank, thank
Yes.
you for keeping this in the forefront. You
Yeah.
are amazing, okay? We don't see this on the front pages anymore, but you're doing everything to keep it alive. And for Anya and me, that's very personal, because we have relatives there and who are also fighting and have lost limbs and everything. So whatever you are doing, we are very, very grateful. І вам я дякую, що ви так гарно говорили сьогодні вечір. Будьте здорові, хай Бог вас береже. Слава Україні!
Героям слава.
And thank you, Jay.
That's true. Jay is always steadfast in helping us out and making it all happen. And Anya and Mary, thank you so much for those for your beautiful kind words. Your yeah.
They're true, Frank. It's truth.
Well, it's we all do our little share and we do our share. That's all.
And
No,
just so that people don't think that we were spreading secrets in Ukrainian, all we said is we don't forget you, we remember you always, and God keep you in his care. And then the traditional Slava Ukraini, Heroim Slava, which is glory to Ukraine, a glory to the heroes.
There you go.
I agree with that in English.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's very beautiful. Well, I mean, I just nothing more than thank you, and we'll continue. We will continue to do this, and we'll have other weeks up, and we'll just keep on